Hey team, and welcome to episode 17 of Yarns with Beef and Matt, powered by LSKD. I'm Beef.
I'm Matt.
And today we are joined by the 8th fittest man on earth, Mr. Consistency, the King of Oceania, Jay Crouch. How are you, bro?
Let's go. That was a sick intro. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, he's getting pretty good at those. Give him that. You would have got nothing from me, man. I would have been like, that's Jay.
That's probably how I would be too, eh?
Yeah, I'm no good at it.
Bring the hype.
Hey, how you going, man? How's training look at the moment?
I'm good. Yeah, training's been it's been hectic again. Like prepping for Rogue, you just basically jumping straight back into like a games camp. So yeah, feel like haven't really had too much for a break, but it's good, man. I'm excited, just jumping on the opportunity of Rogue. So it'll be sweet.
Yeah, 100% back on the horse. We will touch on Rogue, but how I usually like to start these is we're going to take it back to a young Jay Crouch. What were you doing before CrossFit, bro? Walk us through it.
Cool. I was playing all sports. Like I was a pretty active kid. Like yeah, I like loved all sports. For the most part, me and my brother like were always on like a trampoline after school and stuff. So like yeah, always active for sure. I rode motorbikes. I was into like my scooters, BMX, all that sort of stuff at the skate park. Like I was always doing something. But yeah, then I found CrossFit when I was like 13. Dad was doing it for a year before he got me involved in it, and rest was history, really.
Yeah, 13. What was your first gym? Melbourne?
First gym, yeah, just a local gym. It was called CrossFit Western Port. It's not a gym anymore, but
okay,
that's where. Yeah.
Oh, sweet as. 13. How old are you now? 22? 23? 24. Fuck, so 11 years.
I'm getting on.
Yeah, you're still young as, but you've been doing CrossFit for ages, man.
Yeah, dude, it feels it.
Yeah, how good.
You
go, bro.
No, I was just going to say, looking back, like we said, Mr. Consistency, you've been ruling Oceania second in 21 and first 22, 23. And coming off a 8th finish place at the games this year, but last year, looking back, you were at 28th, I believe.
Yeah.
What changes had to be made, bro, over the last year to pull that one off?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest difference I'd like have to credit would be just the preparation and the work that I put in before the games. Obviously, joining Proven straight after semi-finals, the volume that I was doing was sort of night and day. And then, just allowing, I think I was in Nashville before the games this year for 3 weeks before. And the days over there are like 30 plus degrees. So that played a massive factor because last year I went to LA for like 7, maybe 8 days before the games. And it was like lucky to hit like 25 degrees.
True.
So then you go to Madison and it's like, you get those 30-degree days.
Yeah.
It's like your body's just in shock. So having 3 weeks in Nashville this year, doing workouts in the heat, like, 10 or so times, you get to Madison, you're like, and it was actually pretty cool this year. So it was easy, man. So I'd have to say the work that I put in and the preparation of allowing that time.
Yeah, Hundy. Was there any sort of like a mindset shift at all?
For sure. Like I think I just sort of took a step back and I was like, it's going to be what it is. I'm just going to try and enjoy it, take it one step at a time, and whatever the result is like I wasn't going to be riding like I was trying not to ride the more so the lows if it did happen, which luckily it didn't really happen this year. So I've been saying like when you do well, it's pretty fun. So it's funny that, isn't it? But yeah, I'd say just not riding the highs and lows and just enjoying every moment that I could.
Going into this season, so last year you won Torian, and then you came 28th at the games. That's got to knock your confidence a little bit. This year you win Torian again. Were you thinking, shit, like I don't want that to happen, or do you not even think about it? You're like, I'm just I'm just going there to crush it.
Yeah, I mean, like 2022 last year, I'd say, I was like, I expected a lot more from myself. So it did bury me a little bit. yeah, and I would say like even like after the games last year, it was probably the closest that I was to sort of being like, all right, I'm pretty done on this because I didn't have fun at all. Yeah. So then to sort of bounce back again, win again, sort of be in that same position and like maybe a year wiser on the age, and just again going in, I had full different mindset. So I think I maybe just trusted the work that I was putting in, knowing how different it was to last year post Torrent. And I was just going in and going to do the best that I could.
Yeah. Just on a little segue, your first time I saw you was at Torrent. You did that it was before they were semi-final. It was the pairs one. Rich Froning was there with Royce Dunn. You were doing it with Rob Forte.
Yeah. That was good.
That's
fun.
The first time. Do you remember that? I remember the bar just crushing you on the shoulder to overhead.
Yeah.
That's the first memory I have of you, man. Yeah, no, he's crushing it. How good. Do you still work a lot with Rob at the moment, or?
Not so much now. We sort of just gone our separate ways now and just doing my own thing with Proven, and it's sort of just like a good change that I needed to sort of just excite me to keep going.
Yeah, fair enough.
For sure. So but no, it's all good, and obviously grateful for everything that he's done for me up until this point, and it's been a ride.
Yeah, we had him on not too long ago. Still nothing but good things to say about you. So you guys are good.
There's got to be a hell of a tutelage to lay a foundation for you. What would you say? Is there any like key differences between working with Rob and working with Proven?
I mean, they're both very different for sure. Like, I mean, I've been saying like the time that we can get around, Shane and Tia, it's like it's second to none, man. Like the knowledge that they have, and like it's proven, right? It's the stuff that they've done in the sport is crazy. Like she's the GOAT, so the knowledge that they have is crazy. Like I'm always learning around them guys. So
just on the proven stuff, and I don't know how much you know about this, but what was the goes with Panchik and Wells leaving? Can you say anything on that? They've spoken about it, but
I mean, I don't really know. Like I don't really know like Saxon. I haven't really spent too much time around those guys, so I stay out.
It didn't create anything in the proven community. It just
No, I think for what I know, I think it was all pretty chill. Like a lot of those guys move around a lot, so
we're not getting anything, team. We'll move on.
Sorry.
You're right,
very much.
We're not that kind of podcast anyway.
This side of the world, we like to just stay in our lane. Going back to the sort of mindset shift of just taking the pressure off a little bit and just enjoying it. It's funny. We've had quite a lot of high-level athletes attribute that to being, not the main part, but definitely part of their success. Like James Newbury, his best finish at the games, similar thing, came into the season, was just like, whatever happens, and he has his best year yet. And it's also Royce's like number one advice for anyone coming up is that you just need to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, you're not going to do well.
Dude, 100%. Like, I mean, I think maybe one of the reasons why I've been doing it for so long now as like a young kid is like I enjoyed going to training, seeing like my good mates, having banter, and just, you have to enjoy every day that you go into the gym. All right, like it's not maintainable, you know what I mean? So I've said that too, like to all young guys coming up. There's a few young guys that come train with me on a Saturday. Like I've said to them for years, I'm like, you just need to have fun, enjoy it, and then all that good stuff's going to come. So
100.
Yeah.
100%. Banter's big too.
Speaking of your setup out there, I was watching a video on YouTube. It's pretty impressive. That's at your old's place, or?
Yeah. It's at my parents' place. So super lucky. Dad's a mad frother. So he's been the best. Like mum and dad support me as best as they can, whatever they can do. So Dad was always keen to whip up a sick gym at his new house. So,
right, man.
Super lucky with that. And then obviously Alf Fit all kitting it out for me. So just lucky. just lucky to have that for sure.
How good.
What's the vibe like in the gym, bro? I know, like when you're away competing at touring, competing at the games, everyone back home, no doubt, is 100% supportive. But in the gym, anyone trying to take you down?
Yeah, I mean, it's all love. Is it like back to the banter stuff? Like we're always talking shit, like especially with my brother too coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always shit talking. So no, yeah, I'm sure like the boys would love to take me down
Yeah.
whenever they can. Like I know from my brother when he's really good at rope climbs and stuff. So when the rope climbs come out, he starts talking a little bit of shit. So it's all fun. Man. It's all fun and games.
Come for it.
Yeah.
I had a question on that, and I'm pretty sure you were going to ask it as well. But talking to Bailey and Marnie, their like relationships are fucking awesome. Like, and they know that. But they did say it was better because she's on a team and he's individual. Do you find that with Maddie, you both being individual, that clashes at all, or is it pretty kosher?
Yeah, man. I feel like we were never really like, like we're in two like different divisions. Like,
Well, obviously, yeah, yeah.
Like you can compare, but it's never gonna be like I'm with that like I'm like that even with other games competitors. Like in Nashville, I was like training with Will Morad before,
Yeah.
for the most part of the 3 weeks, and it's like we were both. Well, I feel like he was probably beating me more in the lead up. You know what I mean? So no, like it's always been good. It's always been really good with Maddie. Like we just bounce off each other, and it's yeah, I feel like it's been good because once we sort of leave the gym, we're like CrossFit, like what's that? You know what I mean? So
nice.
Sick.
we've found a good balance with it, and yeah, it's never been a bad thing. I feel like it's only ever been good things.
Yeah. No, Maddie, she's another high level athlete. How was she coming off the back of Torian this year? You heading to the games and her becoming more of a support play instead of an athlete.
Yeah, I mean, I always what's the word I'm looking for here? Always like sort of I'll say like. Oh man, I'm lost. I don't even know what word I'm looking for. I just would say I always like am amazed at how like well she like will let go of sort of like her disappointment of not making the games, like just like the last 2, even 3 years, like just missing out, and sort of just like drop that sort of disappointment or being like sad about it for me, because I've been on like such this high of like qualifying and then like winning.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like if it was the other way, like I don't know if I could handle that as well as she does. So
Yeah.
I don't know whether like I was looking for like whether I praise her for that or whatever, but it's no, she's unbelievable, man, and like for her just to switch straight away and be that support for me is like being a key, especially for me this year of doing well. So yeah.
We're talking with like Royce and just being able to see like ourselves having those 3 spots. I don't have to be as diplomatic. It's a fucking joke. Because if you put like our top 6 or 7 athletes up against the top 6 or 7 from America, like we can handle it. Like Maddie Sturt, you put her in any other region, she qualifies. You know what I mean? Like that's how stacked the Oceania region is, and that is with Tia and Cara not there. You know what I mean? So you add them back to the mix, it becomes even harder. So,
Dude,
it's fucked.
And I think there was even like before the games, I think someone would have mashed all the semi-final workouts together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think there was the top 6 girls were in the top 40.
Yeah, easily.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we must have watched the same thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Even your division. Like Beta wasn't there. Royce has gone team. Ricky's injured. You know, like and how stacked it was still. You know, with the boys there, and it's just like you look over in America and they've got fucking 3 semi-finals sending 12 people. You're like, I've said this on a lot of podcasts so far because it fucks me off. But it's just, when are they gonna give us some more?
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like. And that's the thing, like you've had Tia, like how they got it with the world rankings, like on the girls' side, you've had Tia sit out for a year. You've had, you've got Cara that's sit out this year as well. Yeah. And because over the last 2 years, so all the points are going to be fucked again. So if they come back, it's going to be so stacked, and it's we're not going to get anything for it. And again, that's the same with Ricky. Ricky sat out a year.
He
was like right up there. So he's going to be coming back next year and still not going to mean anything because his points are down low because he's missed out a year. So I don't know, man. It's a pretty shit.
Are you excited to go up against Ricky at Rogue? Test yourself there?
Rogue, yeah. Oh man, I forgot. I was like thinking you're going to say Torrent. Yeah, Rogue's coming up.
Yeah, man, that one. It's real soon. You should probably start training.
No, for sure, man. Like it'll be good to have him back. He's obviously looking really good, and he's hungry. So no, it'll be cool. I'm ready to go. So we'll be going at it. That's for sure. But no, he's good to have like behind the scenes too. Like he's just got that like Aussie New Zealand banter, especially with I had that with Bailey this year at the games. Yeah. It's just refreshing, man. Like it's just lighthearted, and you're not around like full on. Like we take it serious, but in a different way.
Yeah.
It's funny how the rest of the world can categorize that as like bullying, but for us, it's just like, chill out, stress reliever.
I was watching a Savan podcast and Emily DeRoy was on, and at the end she was like, "Oh yeah, easy as," and hung up, and he fixated that and he goes, "Easy as." Like, does that mean that we were easy? I was like, bro, chill out, man. Like, it's just a fucking word, bro. Like,
it's just slang.
Yeah. No, there's like I think I was with Bailey. I think it was like one of the first days at the games, and I think we were talking like James Sprague, and he was like really interested on the way like we use the C word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
We're like, dude, if you don't call your like best mate that, then he's not your best mate, is he?
Oh, we throw it around like sliced bread. Is
Jay gonna say it on the potty? We'll see.
No.
I wasn't sure how hard I'd go.
Nah, fuck, we can always bleep that out. We don't care.
But yeah, no doubt if the likes of yourself and Bailey and Tia and Cara and everybody else starts to become household names, surely they start looking at maybe these guys need more representation at the game. So that's what we would love to see. Yeah.
100%.
Fully.
100%.
I did want to touch on, what does a day look like for you? You're such a high-level athlete. You get top 10 in the world. That's phenomenal. Winning Torian's phenomenal on its own, but top 10 in the world. What does a day look like? What's a day in the life for Jay?
Oh, a day in the life, especially like now, is just training, man. Honestly, like leading up to the games and big comps. Obviously, I'm waking up usually like 7 o'clock. Rolling, having a coffee like as soon as I can, and some breakfast, and then I usually get going. Training at about 9:30, and then depending on what the day's like, we're usually in the gym probably till about 12 o'clock ish. Have some lunch, and then finish it off. We'll hopefully finish around like sort of 4 o'clock, and jumping in the sauna and then just winding down, resting. That's pretty much what a day's looking like in comp. And then me and Maddie just bought a house, so in the middle of all that sort of like rest days and stuff, we're doing little renovations here and there, but just not really getting anywhere with it, just because training's taking priority at the moment. So looking forward to coming back to that after Rogue.
Do you guys work at all? Like, do you have a job in like coaching or anything like that, or is it just full-time athlete?
I'm an electrician, but
nice.
But yeah, I sort of stopped working pretty much like leading up to this like semi-finals. I have like my own van and like our own little business sort of side hustle thing going,
nice.
just for that extra cash. But yeah, I don't really need to do it now because I'm lucky to be in the position of like sponsors and stuff. But just in like spare time and sort of like more so the off season, it's like, may as well go.
What's the name? What's the name of the business?
Yeah.
It's called Mr. Volts Electrical.
Mr. Volts.
There we go.
My dad's a plumber, and like he's been a plumber for like 30 years or so. So, and his business is called Mr. Drains.
Oh yeah.
I just sort of jumped on the back of that and
nice.
Made some business cards and try and get all his work too.
Oh, we'll put the Instagram handle up.
Yeah, handy.
I don't want no.
You watch, bro. He'll be retiring from the games. Too much work on.
I only want to be doing electrical work if it's for myself.
That's it. Makes the renos easy, eh? Having the old man as a plumber. You got the Sparky side sorted. Just need a chippy.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
When you came back from the games, talking to like all the other games athletes, they all have, an off season. They might go off and do some like fun competitions, just show face around the town. But you've got Rogue coming up, and I sort of see this one. I think everyone sees this one as more of a, and you've already said it. It's not really an off season competition. It's so big. There's a lot of money involved. All the big hitters are there. Do you give yourself a break after the games to refocus, or do you just keep rolling?
Yeah, I had 2 weeks off completely.
Right.
That was good for sure. Jumping back in was pretty like it took me sort of like 2 weeks to sort of start to feel normal again. Those 2 weeks come hectic. But yeah, I had 2 weeks off completely. So yeah, that was it. But I'm definitely looking forward to just like shorter training days and like a proper rest again.
Yeah. When do you head off to Nashville?
I'm going straight to Austin. I'm not going to Nashville before.
Okay.
So I'll go straight to Austin on Monday, 16th. Yeah, coming up.
It's coming up quick.
Real quick.
But yeah, we got a pretty busy weekend actually. I think Bailey's going too. We're going to Perth on Friday for the WA affiliate.
Yeah.
So they're yeah. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm literally flying back home Sunday night, staying at the airport, flying out to the US on Monday.
Crazy. The schedule's insane for you guys, man. Can't believe it.
Yeah, especially like Bailey's been to New Zealand twice since the games.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's over there.
Did Partners League, like fresh airs from the games, and then flew back home. And then he was here 2 weeks ago at the Cluster Threes with Royce and James. And yeah, now he's back in full swing for Rogue. Got the WA Cup, and then a lot on his plate.
Speaking of, you guys are throwing down for Down Under. How'd that team come about?
We are, yeah. How did that come about? I think Royce messaged me like sort of before the games. I think he was trying to bank. I think Royce was trying to sort of bank a team early for it to happen. And yeah, like they're always good fun to be around. So I was like, that makes sense for that time of year. And I'm like, yeah, just be good fun. Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be a sick team.
Seeing Bailey and Royce go together with James was pretty dominant. I can't imagine what you're going to do in this spot.
It's dominant, but James was fucking pulling all the strings on that one. They were like over it. And he was pretty cool to watch.
James is a madman. But yeah, I mean, like I think the team should be strong enough. I think if, there's other teams coming over, I'm not sure exactly, but I think like Noah and Chandler are coming back from what I've heard.
Nice.
So yeah, they'll probably have a good team. So we'll try to give them a good run.
Wonder if Khan will be back.
Yeah, get a little boys team in.
Yeah.
The Proven. Yeah, the only reason I asked if you're going national because they've just opened their HQ.
Yeah. I think they're still. I think they just announced it.
It's not actually open.
Yeah, it's not open. I'm not sure exactly the date, but yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I don't mean. So.
Going back a little bit, I did want to touch on the people coming up in Oceania. Is there any names you're keeping an eye on over the next 5 years? You see a lot of potential coming up through the sport.
Yeah, I think Pete Ellis is a big one. I mean, I'm pretty good mates with him now just because he's from where Maddie grew up. But yeah, I just see like a lot like. The guys that are gonna be good, like the guys that sort of like have that hurt, and then one like you can't teach that. Like the guys that want to hurt are gonna go a lot further. Like if they don't have the skill, you know what I mean. So once the skill and the strength comes, they're like unstoppable. Yeah. So I see that in Pete for sure. Pete's a big one. Will Kearney's coming up. He was looking good for sure. But when he's consistently training, he's really good. Who else have we got off the top of my head? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of guys sort of scratching that surface. Even this year, like that were pretty surprising. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see next year for sure. But yeah, Pete Ellis is a big one. Yeah, he's coming for sure. I think that's sooner rather than later.
Yeah, especially next year. How do you tackle next? I know it's ages away and it's hard to think about, especially you got Rogue in the way. But you've got the hitters coming back. I imagine Beto's coming back, and obviously Ricky. Do you go into these comps knowing you've got a target on your back type thing, or is it like a clean slate every year? How do you go about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I do it, but honestly, like, I just always feel like I'm the underdog in it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I got nothing to lose every single time I go into a comp. So, like, I never really put the pressure on my back. Like, while coming into Torian this year, I was like, oh, that like back to back Torian champ sounds pretty cool. Like, I'd like that. But again, like, I wasn't fixated. Like the end goal for me is doing the best I can, winning the CrossFit Games. So. I just want to get there and do my thing there. So at Torian, yeah, like it's all fun and games for sure. And I mean, I could win Torian again 3 times in a row, which is pretty crazy that no one's done. So,
no one's done a 3-peat other than Tia. So
yeah. So I mean, like in the back of my head, I'll be going for that for sure. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna be like, fixated on that being like the end of the world if it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I just go in there, no pressure. I'm having fun. So if as soon as this ain't fun for me, I'm probably ain't gonna be doing it. So yeah.
Just on that, like having a 3-peat would be cool. But I think Rich has talked about it. No one remembers who won the semi-final. Do you look forward past touring and going, how am I gonna improve on 8th place? Because that's an amazing performance this year. You could win the Torian and bomb again. So yeah,
for sure. Yeah, definitely for sure. And I think that's just having a trust in the team around me on what I'm doing for sort of the more so of the off season. Working on all my weaknesses that are going to come up maybe at the games. And it all helps too. Like we're seeing each year, we're seeing sort of that more higher skill, heavier load sort of thing coming into semifinals that were at the games. So it all helps for sure. But yeah.
I did have one question. I asked Jake this when they announced that Dave Castro was coming back, and this is a real left field question. If you have no thoughts on it, honestly, no stress. It's just the weird things that go on in my head. But when they announced Dave Castro was coming back, so like way into the season, I guess, how did the programming change on the Proven to anticipate that the games programming might also change, or do you not have anything to do with that type of thing?
Yeah, I slightly remember little conversations here and there, like sort of like that's Dave's style, that sort of stuff. But I do think we saw that, like the change, like little bits of changes that he made. Because like one thing that he's really good at is he makes like all the workouts really good to watch, which like I rate like highly. Like that needs to be top priority because that's how the sport grows, right? Seeing cool, watching cool shit. So, and I always just rated him for sure. Like just like look at Dana White. Like CrossFit needs a Dana White, and I think that's exactly what Dave is in the CrossFit space. So, sorry, going back to your question, slightly, slightly for sure. Like just off what's been happening in the past and stuff like that. Like when workouts would get announced, would sort of be like not knowing all the finer details. You'd be like, oh, I think it's gonna maybe be like this because you know what I mean. But
Luke Combs. Oh, I was actually listening to Talking Elite Fitness on the way over, having you on there, and you mentioned you were going to Luke Combs. How was that, bro?
That was really good. That was really good. He's mad. He's mad.
Unreal, eh?
Crazy.
Yeah.
He's just sounds exactly the same live. But yeah, that was cool. I just went with family. It was fun.
Yeah, it's crack up. We see all the older boys over here sort of getting into a bit of country, and we're growing up, and we're like, it's pretty average. It took me a long time to hit my country phase, but
why do you keep pointing at me when you say old boys?
I think so.
Thanks, bro.
I was exactly the same. I was like, how like growing up, you'd be like, how could you ever like country? And
then man.
Like Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs.
Yeah,
it's cheese.
That's it. Yeah, I was thinking, what's the playlist in the gym at the moment?
Oh, I mean, it depends sort of the vibe. I'm like when I'm lifting and stuff, it'd be like probably like Morgan Wallen or something, just chill. And then yeah, like some hectic workouts coming up. I think like me and the boys on Saturday was like I think it's called Big Booty Mixes or something.
Oh, sick.
But it's just good. It's actually good. You have to check that out. It's just like all 6 songs just mashed. It's good.
Cracker. Yeah, I was cracking
Just
up.
bang.
One potty, Matt Fraser's going on about. Oh, they asked him what's his go-to song, and he's just like DMX. I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
an old boy.
yeah. I mean, yeah. And then other times like I'm
Oh no,
He's dipped out.
he's dipped out. He's left us. All right. Hopefully this will hold on.
all good.
Sweet.
Took us for a walk.
Yeah. Nice place.
Anyway, let's move away from the playlist. A bit of a back. So you've got a very elite mentality, as well as like obviously your physical performance goes pretty hard, but your mentality, like growing up, you said you've got a brother. Like growing up in that household, is it like instilled in you? Like, do you attribute that to your parents, like giving you a good work ethic, like going forward?
Yeah, for sure. Like dad was always like real hard working, like with his business and stuff. So I always saw that. But I mean, yeah, with competition and stuff, like I love the UFC. So I'm like, for the most time, like in all my spare time, watching like UFC interviews, like listening the way like, all sort of my favorite fighters carry themselves. Like I feel like what they do is so much more hectic than us. So like they're going into a cage, they could like die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just the way that like they have to be like so confident in what they're doing, sort of like I just sort of was like, yeah, like you have to be confident going in for even what I'm doing. So I just feel like I learned a lot from watching all those videos.
Yeah.
So they're from there, like that's sort of just the way like I wanted to carry myself in competition with confidence, and then also sort of like the flip side of that of sort of like my take on it of having fun. So yeah.
That's it. That's the way to be right there. I'm being a little anxious now about the setup. I'm hoping we don't lose you again, so I might sort of bring it to a close. But just a quick question: when are you going to pop over to NZ, do a couple comps over here?
That's the question.
That's the question.
If the time, I think like with all these other comps, like if the timing's right, I'm there. I'd love to come over for sure, man.
When's a good time? I'll fucking put on a comp.
When is a good time?
At my gym, you can come over.
I mean, maybe I should come over for like an open workout or something. That could be sick.
All right, CrossFit at Sidious, 24.1 with Jay fucking Crouch.
I'll do it. Honestly,
I'm clipping. It's getting clipped.
That'll be sick, man.
I'll pay for your flights.
Let's do it.
All right, sweet as. You got to bring Maddie though as well.
Done.
Fucking sick. All right, let's go. $50 entry fee for everyone. Right? Pay for this man's flights.
All right. Shall we?
Yes. All right. Hey, first of all, thanks for taking the time out of your day. Really do appreciate it. And we did say at the top that we get our guests to throw us a workout. And
you said you had something painful. So.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I mean, I've been testing road workouts, and I'd say that this workout, I haven't felt that uncomfortable in a long time.
Oh, fuck.
And I mean, the weight, like, it's 21-15-9. Yeah. Deadlifts, overhead squats. Deadlifts are at 125 kilo.
Okay.
Overhead squats are at 70.
Oh.
Now, going in, I was like, it's not going to be that bad. Like, I've been doing, like, for the most part, the deadlift weights at like 143 plus these days in a workout. I was like, 120. I was like, I'll rip that. Did me overhead squats, like unbroken, and then it was just a fucking shit show from the 15. So,
no.
Just no midline? Like, the core would have been fucked.
My legs were just gone.
Oh, real.
And, but I'll leave that one with you if you want to do it.
That sounds exciting.
For sure, let me know how you go.
To be fair, when you rattled it off, I had the same thing. I was like, oh yeah, it's not that bad. But if you're saying it's bad.
Not that bad. Bro, you going to overhead squat 70?
Oh, I'll put 40 up,
Yeah, no, definitely scale it to your weights if you need to.
Give us some pacing advice on that, bro, from a 8th fittest man in the world.
I mean, my plan going in, it was I did 21 deadlifts unbroken. Then I did my goal was I was gonna break the deadlifts from the 15s, but anyway, I was gonna go unbroken on the overhead squats for the whole part. So yeah, anyway, 21 I did 21 deadlifts unbroken, 21 overhead squats, and then I was lucky to be getting 5s in the 15s. And then I held overhead squat unbroken, and then yeah, I was like, oh, it's only 9 deadlifts. I was like battling to get 3s.
Oh no!
Oh man!
So if I was to do it again, I would definitely break the deadlifts from the start, and hopefully have some legs in the back end of it.
Wow!
All right. What was your time for that one?
I think it was like 3:40 or something.
Oh,
something like that.
We'll chuck a 20-minute cap on it. We'll get there eventually.
So good.
But yeah, I had like frantic cough after that. I was like wrecked, and my legs were fucked.
Sounds awesome. Can't wait.
It's not good, but that was all I could think of because it hurt so bad. I mean, I'm sure I've done more fun workouts.
We're doing Ben Fowler's one today, and he gave us the one from Madrid. It was the 2 on 1 off of 16 cal row, 12 thrusters, and then max burpees over the bar, and you had to accumulate 75. And I programmed it in the gym last week, and like I had the scaling option as empty barbell, and so most people went empty barbell, and like 3 people finished it. And we got to do that today.
Sick. Wait, so do you own a gym?
Yeah. It's a small one. It's like 90 members in a place called Tiawamutu.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
The big smoke.
Where that is, but what's it close to?
Hamilton?
No.
It's in the middle of the North Island, bro. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Just it's near Auckland. There you go.
Yeah.
Everything in New Zealand's near fucking Auckland.
About an hour and a half.
Sweet, bro.
Nah, that's awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. That's where you're doing 24.1 next year. So
let's go.
Let's do it.
Sweet as, man.
Go.
Oh, well, we'll sign it off there. Is anyone you wanted to shout out? Any sponsors, family, friends?
All good, man. I'm just happy to jump on. I like what you guys been doing, especially the in-person stuff at that comp with I like that. Nah, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for listening to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're at Victoria next year, and we'll fucking try to track a bunch of you guys down.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, we want to do like a lead up, like a week before, and just go see as many people as we can.
Handy.
That'd be bad.
But we'll see.
Love it.
Awesome. Appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on, and and enjoy your training.
Legends. Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
Rightio.
Nice to meet you.
See ya, bro.
Catch ya.
See ya.